Hey guys, this is Holly, and thanks so much for joining me today to learn how to make this 5-minute microwave funfetti mug cake. If you're like me, you probably like your sweets, but sometimes you just want something quick and single serve, and you don't want to have to turn on your oven. So this is a great option for that. A really nice thing about this recipe is that you probably already have everything you need in your pantry. So the ingredients for this recipe are super simple. You're just going to need 1/4 of a cup of flour. You need 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of sprinkles, 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder, 3 tablespoons of milk, 1/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 tablespoon of butter, either melted or at least softened at room temperature. So the nice thing about this recipe is that you can kind of customize it or change it up. So say you don't want to make funfetti, you don't want to use sprinkles, you can add cinnamon to your recipe, you could do chocolate chips, little pieces of cookies like an Oreo. So this recipe can really be customized to your taste. One thing you're going to need is obviously a mug. I would suggest something at least 8 ounces because once your batter goes in the microwave, it is going to puff up to about 3 times its original size. So you want to make sure you don't make a mess and have any spillage over the cup. So the first step is going to be to add all of your dry ingredients to your mug. This will be your flour, sugar, sprinkles, and baking powder. You're going to want to mix that together really nicely. Make sure there's no big clumps of anything. The next step is to add your wet ingredients, which are going to be the milk, the vanilla extract, and the butter. And I don't think I mentioned this before, but you can adapt this recipe to make it vegan if you're following a special diet. So for milk, you could use soy milk, almond milk, whatever other alternative you use regularly. You can also use vegan butter or like vegetable oil instead. I will say if you substitute the milk, it might not puff up to be as large as something with regular dairy milk will be, but it will still taste very good. Now you're just going to stir everything together, make sure everything is homogeneous and you don't have any big clumps of flour. Nobody likes a mouthful of flour. You could use a fork or a little small whisk for this, and it should start to look like regular cake batter. And that's really all it takes to get this recipe started. The thing that is going to require the most amount of time is just measuring out all of your ingredients and making sure everything is just how it needs to be. But once you've got your batter, you'll just pop it in the microwave for about 60 to 90 seconds. Now, the time may vary just depending on the humidity of the room and the wattage of your microwave. You obviously want the cake to puff up like the one in this picture. And if your cake still is pretty liquidy and it hasn't quite baked all the way through, you can always cook it for more than 90 seconds. All right, once it comes out of the microwave, it's pretty much ready to eat. I would say you might want to let it cool down because it will be pretty hot. And if you like, you can always add a fun topping such as whipped cream or ice cream. If you look at the written instructions attached to this video, you'll find a really simple recipe for a cream cheese frosting or a buttercream frosting. So feel free to try those out. I hope you guys enjoyed this super simple and quick recipe. Let me know how yours turns out. And don't forget to check our website, haywoodlibrary.org, or our Facebook page for more programs. Bye!